How's it fucking going, Slovenia? And welcome back to the Triple Stack podcast. My name is Lemon, and I'm joined today by Tangerine. And today we're going to deliver to you the fucking podcast that you've all been waiting for. So put your fucking headphones in and get ready for some fucking carnage, all right? I'm joined with Sarah, and we're about to deliver a fucking whopper of an episode, mate, all right?
In it, bro.
In it, bro. I'm since watching Bullet Train, I've been obsessed with a Cockney accent.
Isn't it so funny? Like when you watch a film, like we watched 8 Mile and we started watching the 50 Cent one, and you start thinking,
yeah.
I'm a gangster.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm a gangster now. So when I watch a superhero film, I walk out to them and like, have I got powers?
Maybe oh my God, I do that. And I'm like, when I watch gangster ones, I'm like, oh my God, I can relate to these people so much. I had it hard.
What was the 50 Cent one? Get Rich, Die Trying.
Yeah, it's sick. I thought I'd watched it, but I haven't, and it's really good. Like, yeah, so good.
The one doesn't he get shot in the jaw and he has his? Yeah, that's mad.
He gets shot like 9 times and survives.
Oh,
yeah, what a G.
Yeah, that's he was in a film I watched the other day.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, I can't remember what film it was. Oh, it was called like Good. It was something with. Do you know who Rachel McAdams is?
No.
She's in The Notebook.
Okay.
She's a really good actress. Yeah, she was in this film with her and Harrison Ford. Really, really good film. I think it's on Netflix. And he was in it, and I was like, that's 50 Cent.
That's my bro.
Yeah. Have you watched this is like an old film now. It's She's All That?
No.
I think it's She's All That. I might be wrong. With Freddie Prinze Jr. Hang on. Listeners are listening to this like, fucking come on, Joppo. Tell us. Yeah, She's All That.
I reminds you of when we had the episode with Kirkham and he was trying to say about something with Joe, and he was like, we were like, Joe's gonna be listening to this going, fucking hell.
Biologically into individual.
Yeah, and we were like, yeah, it's there. What's that word? It's on.
I sat forever thinking about that. I was like, indigo. Interland. How is your week been, mate? Give the listeners a lowdown, throwdown, hoedown.
So last week, obviously, I was with Sling.
With Sling.
With Sling. And I've weaned myself away from the Sling because obviously you want to keep things mobile if you injure yourself, depending on what the injury is. I'll put that out there. Yeah. But because mine is like nerve and inflammation, I want to keep the blood moving around. So I tried to wean off all the medication, and then the last 2 nights I've had to get up in the night and have an naproxen because
fucking hell.
It wakes me up and it's like someone stabbing me. It really bloody hurt. And I hate, like, you're probably the same, when you're in pain or you're ill, you don't want to say anything to anyone, you just want to crack on. But it's one of those that I'm like, it's really hard.
I had this when I was ill the other week, and I was at work and I was just like really, really putting on like turn the dial up, like I'm okay, I'm jolly, I'm good. And I was just like sweating and I was like pale as anything. And one of my clients was like, Jordan, are you all right? And I was like, no, I'm in a really bad way. And they were like, do you think you should go home? Like maybe cancel today's sessions? I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to throw up.
Yeah, it's like that. It's touch and go. And then you get little spells when you're ill like that. And you're like, oh, I feel okay. And then it just turns and you're like, I remember I was filming a podcast once and I think I had COVID and I was literally like, I'm like seeing several people on this screen and this is not a good point. Yeah.
You have to do like an awkward smile, like, I'm all right. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
I'm not hosting this one today.
Yeah, literally. I think the key thing to, like, it's so hard, especially when you're engraved in like such a bodybuilding mindset of do and more. And it's like, you know, when you're ill, you really do have to just go, you know what? 7 days maybe of not doing anything is probably going to be all right.
Yeah, for sure. Because the show's only 2 weeks away now, I'm still like, you got to push through. But obviously my body is producing more inflammation. So I've got to be careful where this heads because I could end up tipping it the wrong way. So the scale weight's still coming down. I'm on, I think I put it on my Instagram the other day. I'm on like probably day 30 or something of these calories, and then I had these calories for 2 weeks before the last show, but obviously with the carb up in the peak there was a bit of relief there. But it just doesn't touch the sides when you do a carb up. You think it will, but it's like, no.
Yeah, because you're so depleted, all those nutrients are being partitioned into the muscle, but then you're not getting the increased body fat that's going to actually make you feel good. So yeah.
It's like, the thing is with food focus and stuff, like I'm absolutely fine. Me and Matt talk about this. Like he's on 600 and something carbs a day now, and like however many calories, and I'm just like, I like, he sits there and eats and I sit there and eat and I'm fine. And we talk about food and like what meals we go for and stuff in off season, but I'm not food focused. I can box that off mentally because I've done it so many times, but my body's just crying out and I'm just fighting that. And yeah, it's all just part of it, isn't it?
It is. And it's that thing of when you're dieting, you ultimately, you know, food, you're like, oh God, that would be good. And then when you're massing, like we said about before, it's like, because body fat's in such a good place and leptin and ghrelin are too, like you're like, nah, like the thought of I had a double cheeseburger yesterday. And to be fair, I was pretty hungry when I ate it. Hey?
That looks sick.
Oh yeah, it was good. So there's this place near me called Dunkerton's, which is like an outdoor cider festival style eating area. So like high tables and chairs under a big gazebo thing. And it's just like a few food trucks that surround it. So you go up to the food truck, order your food, and then they bring it over from whatever food truck you've ordered from. So there's like American, Indian, and then pizza food truck.
Oh, sick.
So yeah, so it had like a double smashed cheese and bacon burger. And it was, to be fair though, like for like 900 calories, like you're like, that's pretty easy. Yes, like most of those calories were coming from predominantly protein and fat, which, you know, ideally I want to be prioritizing carbs, but for the sake of getting calories in at this point, for me, I'm very much on the favor of, yeah, I'll get them from fat if I need to.
Yeah, for sure. I've always wanted to, you talking about like food festivals, I always had this dream of having like a little tuk and having at festivals and stuff, and have like my baked goods and then like a little truck where people come and buy food.
I think things like that at festivals are really unreal.
Yeah.
I'd say even things like that. I think there's real money. Like when I think back to the rave we went to in June, like having a food truck just outside the place that it's held.
Yeah.
Because like after a rave where you've been stepping for like 9 hours, like all you want to do is like get a feed in.
And we would know what to make in order to take for what the ravers would want. Like you could do massive like rehydration drinks and stuff. That's what we were saying at raves. Like you could do electrolyte drinks and like revitalizing smoothies and shit. People be all over that.
Yeah, 100%. Like I think when you take the tiredness out of the equation, like you do want to eat. Like granted, I fell asleep eating popcorn in bed, but you know, at that point, as though I was so tired, I was like, I do need to eat because I'm fucking starving.
Yeah, you're empty.
Yeah, you are. So you're almost just extremely depleted because you've been sweating a lot. So again, like we made sure we got a good amount of salt in that day prior as well.
Yeah,
and
sure.
fluid. But yeah. I think stuff like that, festivals, stuff like that, raves would be quite a good idea.
Yeah, it's definitely in the back of the mind. Now I'm doing the baking more, and I had an order yesterday for my first like custom, as in it's dairy free, gluten free, so it'd be vegan as well. So I'm like,
sick.
Cool. So I'm going to make salted caramel brownies.
Oh, salted caramel. I feel like it's been in the last 5 years been like a revolutionary introduction into baked goods.
Yeah, and it's only like a slight different take on normal caramel, but it's just so much nicer.
Yeah, you look at things like Snickers, and now they do the salted caramel and things like that. Or is it the white chocolate Snickers they do?
Oh, that is banging.
Oh yeah, shit like that. Oh, white chocolate and caramel together, like take my money.
Take my money. I don't care how much it is.
Take my money. Take my money.
We've got a new listener who is called Paulina. I met her at the Two Bro show. She's super cool.
No way.
Yeah, and we were talking about, she's the one I'm doing the baked goods for, and we were talking about like, what are you gonna have after your show and stuff. And I don't even think about that anymore. As you know, I have a burger and chips because that's a standard. And like a lot of people now are DMing me like, oh, what are you having? How are you baking when you're in prep? And like, what's your first thing going to be? Tilly actually messaged saying, I need a TSP hoodie. Can I pay you in baked goods? Are you allowed to eat? And I was like, no, sorry, I can't.
No. We take hard cash or Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Sarah does anyway.
Yeah. Hit up the Bitcoin. I've got some seriously cool questions this week. Have you?
Yeah.
Wait.
I don't know if I got any from Tilly C. Columba though. So Tilly, at the point of listening to this, if you haven't asked a question by the point we've gone into questions, all hell will be raised.
She sent some to me, so we can let her off.
I'll let her off.
I want you to start with the question you've got though, because I'm literally on the edge of my sofa.
We're going international with the first question.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
So, I'm sorry, good sir, if I butcher this name. Zamanandraz, his name.
Okay.
I think it's a he. I'm actually gonna check out his profile first. No, it is a he. It is a he. He says, "Hello from Slovenia."
My God, we've made it!
Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
No.
He actually said not a question, but love the podcast. Keep it up.
Oh,
Zamanandraz, thank you, good sir.
This is sick.
Oh.
Now, I feel like we should ask him some questions because our whole podcast is based on Slovenia, but we know nothing about it.
His name is Andras Zaman, but his Instagram handle is Zamanandraz.
So he's basically the man.
Yeah. Oh no, it's Zaman and Raz. So the real question, Andras Zaman, is who is... Oh, wait, no, don't worry. I've got it. So his name is Andras Zaman, and his Instagram handle is Zaman and Raz. So it's basically like his second name into his first name, which I love. Really good stuff. So the question for you, Andras, what is your favorite choice of ice cream? I'd like to know.
And I'd like to know what foods are within the culture of Slovenia.
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. Like, what is 3 Slovenian dishes?
Yeah, and should we visit?
Yeah, should we visit? I quite like the flag of Slovenia. White, red, and blue in an Italian-style horizontal fashion.
I wonder if they fuck with pizza.
Yeah, maybe. Slovenia. What? Yeah, I don't really know what Slovenian's known for. Because, you know, like France is like, oh, there was a lot of fish or a lot of ham and cheese.
Oh, ham and cheese, what a combo.
It is a good combo. I remember when I went to Paris when I was like 6, I had a ham and cheese croissant for breakfast. I was like, yeah, this bangs.
Oh yeah, get some mushrooms in there and we're in.
Yeah, I also shit myself in the airport.
One for the listeners.
Not ideal.
Not ideal.
Not ideal.
How has your week been?
Yeah, real good, thank you. I'm trying to think of what I've done this week. It's been a pretty chill week, I think. Yeah, it's been a return to training, which is real nice. I'm actually going to upload a photo today or tomorrow. I haven't quite decided. About like an update physique pic, and very, very happy. Feeling, you know what? For those watching, you're going to get a sneak peek because I'm going to show you the juicy picture now. But yeah, feeling good having returned to training.
Yeah.
Volume for me though is like real high.
Okay.
So for me, this meso, it's like a case of playing it safe with intensity and reps in reserve and really sticking to an ideal 3 RIR in that first week and not like maybe, because I think sometimes I can like say get to 3 RIR and I'm like, yeah, that wasn't that hard, and then I'll do like 1 or 2 extra reps and I'm like, that was probably like 1 RIR then. And so I think for me, it's definitely a case of, because volume's so high, I do really need to be considerate with the reps and reserve targets that are there. I will show you this picture here. I'm feeling pretty juicy.
Yes, G.
So that's about, and then this is more like a vacuum style pick there.
See, the waist disappearance.
Yeah, the waist is still pretty tight, actually. It's not at the end of the day after all the food. I will say that. And it definitely takes a bit of Digestamax and coffee in the morning to resurge the slimmer waistline. But no, feeling good, considering I'm on 612 grams of carbs, 200 protein or 190 protein, and then like 40 fat. So calories are very high for me. That's like 3.6, I think. But I am as you saw there, like I've still got a bit of abs. I'm still vascular in the chest and especially the arms. So I think it'll be a case of end out this meso, see where we're at body comp wise, but also appetite wise, because I don't want to push food if appetite's dead in the water, and then go from there. But yeah, in terms of this week, it's been a pretty chill week. Been a bit of mental health for you all here. I did have a wobble on Friday though. I don't know why. I tend to get like this though. So even when I think Katie's dad, I had a conversation with him about this. It's like he refers to it as the worry bucket. So when you have nothing to worry about and life's pretty good, you almost try to fill up your bucket with something to worry about when you really don't need to. And it's definitely how I found myself. Like I'm like, I had a conversation with myself last night in the shower. I was like, yeah, business is really good, loving family, good friends, loving girlfriend, like everything in life, I have nothing to moan about really. So, but then my mind is like then searching for what can I moan about? What can be bad today or things like that. But that just comes and goes. And then like after spending my birthday with my nan and then my sister's yesterday as well, I just kind of was like, oh yeah, life's pretty good. Like, you know, stop being anxious.
It's almost a bit of imposter syndrome as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm always, I consider myself an insecure overachiever. So when I do well, I'm almost in my head like, should I be doing well? And then I'm insecure about potentially why I'm doing well, and you know, should I actually, do I deserve that? And those sort of emotions come into play, I think. And there's a good book I've read called How to Avoid Burnout, and they speak about the insecure overachiever thing. And it's like, if you come from a place where you know, and it's not even that big deal, like uni and graduation, but you know, I'm the first one in my immediate family to go to uni and graduate and do this and do that. And I think I've always been like, you know, a bit of imposter syndrome there almost. So yeah, but you know, it's I think understanding that, you know, life can't always be dandy is probably the important message here. Because it can really, you know, if you were getting through day to day and you're absolutely buzzing all the time, there'd be, like we said last week about, you know, you wish you could be happy for eternity, but then you almost go like, well, without the bad, I then can't appreciate the good.
Yeah, I tagged Tilly on my story the other day and she messaged saying, I needed this today. And it's that reminder of, you know, like sometimes we message each other and we're like, oh, we needed this today, because some days you just wake up and you think today's going to be quite a hard day.
Yeah. And sometimes it can be for no reason at all, but you're in that mindset of, I'm not feeling today.
I had these sort of almost struggles mentally with prep, being so happy, being settled in with Matt. We've got our routine down to a T, all of this. I've never been this happy. And I'm like, this should be harder, but it's because I'm happy that I'm able to continue with the prep and not feel that it's hard in that way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. That brings me, you know, going back to the whole how the mind works and stuff. Lactic.
I was going to say to you, shall we invite Lactic to come on the pod?
Yeah, definitely. I've actually said to him before, would you like to come on one day? So we shall invite Lactic to come on the pod. So Lactic, if you listen to this, you can take your hand off your penis. I know this is turning you on right now.
We love you.
You can absolutely come on the pod, good sir. So no need to continue, you know, touching yourself.
Come on and tell us about it and touch yourself at the same time.
No, I'd love to have Lactic on the pod. Unravel the TSP side of him, and let his mind run free. He asked a question. Well, he asked two questions. He says, which Star Wars character do you relate to most?
I think I'm a bit.
I'm on the verge of killing kids. No, I'm joking.
I want to be Obi because he's a bit mysterious.
Who'd you say?
Obi.
Yeah, he's a wise sir, isn't he? But I think he's got a lot of like things going on at top. You know, like he's quite conflicted.
Yeah, and maybe a bit insecure because in the series it was like he didn't know if he could help, but then he had the skill set too. So yeah, I like him, and I like you. So
he got that second wind in the last episode when he was buried under the rubble. Oh yeah, that was good. Which Star Wars character can I relate to? I would say Lactic. If I were to relate to any Star Wars character, Yoda. Yoda. I'm a wise little midget. maybe, oh God, I actually don't know. I'd probably say Anakin, actually, because I can sometimes, like, when I see red, I do see red. I don't see red often. But when I see red, I see red. So maybe it is Anakin, actually.
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, he also asked, what are your top 3 biggest fears?
Okay, so for this one, I don't have any fear. Like, I don't genuinely have any fears apart from loved or close ones dying.
Yeah, I definitely agree there.
I'm not scared of anything else. I just think if something's going to kill me, it's going to kill me.
Yeah. See, I'd say I'm afraid of both death for any loved one, because I'm afraid of how I would deal with that myself. Because like I said, when I see red, and that those sorts of things are always things I think, like, fuck, when that happens, fuck, like, how am I going to be? Yeah. And then I'd also say, like, I probably fear death for myself too. I'm quite but I think it's the unknown. I think I fear the unknown, and unsure what will happen does scare me a bit, I think.
Yeah, to be fair, this only changed for me when my granddad died. I just knew that nothing would ever hurt me that much again. And then like after that, I became successful in bodybuilding. I ended up going towards a divorce. I ended up obviously leaving my job, all of these things, because I just don't have fear of, I just thought nothing's going to hurt me as much as that ever again.
Yeah. I think that's a real good point, because I'm yet to I'd say I'm yet to experience a death around me that is as close as, say, anyone in my immediate. So my great nan died, who I was very close to, but as powerful and impactful as that was, I didn't see her as much as I potentially should have, which may have actually dampened how I reacted to it.
Yeah.
Where I think if anyone in my immediate friendship or family were to pass, I think then that would be like, end of the world for a couple weeks, maybe a month, 2 months, who knows,
Yeah.
I have a friend who lost his dad 7 years ago, and it was like, it really hit him for years and years. He wasn't the same, and it's like, poor God, like, knowing how I am emotionally, it's like, how am I going to react to that?
I think you find strength within. With my granddad, it was slightly different in the fact that he deteriorated in health a lot, so it was kind of him to go.
Yeah.
And we actually had a conversation, and he was like, I'm ready to go. So I started grieving then, and it wasn't until about 6 weeks after that he actually died, and I think I probably grieved while he was still here.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think, I'd say then for both, I guess, fear of death for loved ones would definitely be top of the list, Lactic, top of the list. Yeah. And I also have a question from, I don't know who this person is, Sarah Parker _BB. Don't know who that is. She says, will you be my bestie forever? I'm just going to check my calendar for the next eternity. And so there's a bank holiday there, Christmas there. Yeah, I think I can make that fit.
I think I can make it work.
I think that's doable. I'll say yes. So Sarah, if you're listening, yes.
Okay, so is it my time to hit up the questions?
Your time to shine, G.
Oh goodness.
I just saw a bald head in the background, and that certainly was not the postman.
Was it the wizard?
It was the wizard, the nutrition wizard. Look at it. Look at the size of him. Albus macros over there.
How many calories are you on now?
Just touching 4K.
4K.
Jeez. I'm about 400 below him then. I'm chasing.
Chasing you.
You are, bro. You are. I'm just going to keep a head start with Atlantis, the growth, the primo.
just sitting about a good 70 odd pounds above me, but maybe even 80. Who knows? What? How much? You can ask Sarah. You can ask Matt since there. How much did Matt weigh this time last year when he was natural?
Hit us with some figures.
When I did my photo shoot, it was 172.4 pounds.
Jeez. Peeled.
Okay.
I'm 162 pounds now.
Yeah.
But I wasn't peeled. Like, me peeled would probably be like 142.
I can't believe that I lost 54 pounds.
He lost 54.
That's
a lot of weight.
It was.
How many kilos is that?
Like 23 in it, I thought.
23.
That is mad.
So I have got 3 questions from Big Tilly.
Big Tilly, not that she's big. She's
big as in fucking epic.
Big personality, Tilly.
She's a G. So, what is the worst thing you've eaten?
Oh, great question.
Oh,
Ooh.
I know mine. Okay.
Do you?
I ate some prawns from M&S and they were fucking off.
Oh, shit.
I thought they were just smelling a bit fishy and then I was ill.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. That is not good. Worst thing I have ever eaten is it's a really fucking good question. I'd probably say the worst thing I ate was in lockdown of the first lockdown. We had like a fish and chip night, and I went to the chippy, and it wasn't like terrible tasting, but it was like the amount of oil it was cooked in just like wrote me off for the next 24 hours. Like I was being sick, and I was like, I'm never eating chip shop again. Like it's confirmed.
That's what happened, isn't it?
Yeah, like I was like, I can't go back to eating a chip shop now. It just, the thought of it makes me vomit alone.
Would you have fish and chips in a restaurant maybe?
Yeah, I probably would. In terms of worst thing I've eaten taste wise though, it will probably be for some form of like chocolate ice cream, because I really hate chocolate ice cream.
It's so wank.
Yeah, it's even with like hazelnuts in it and stuff. I think I had, maybe it was a Haagen-Dazs like chocolate hazelnut, and I was like, this is disgusting.
Yeah, it's just shit. Oh, I tell you something worse tasting. When I did that eating challenge with Big Tom and Jake,
Triangle Tom.
Yeah, upside down Dorito Tom.
Yeah,
he finished it with like chili chicken wings and like with hot sauce, and I was like, couldn't eat him. He was like, they're too hot, and I was like, well, this is an eating challenge, so if there's food, I'm gonna have to eat it. It's fucking horrible.
Yeah, like a chili flavored anything, I'm a bit like, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm so glad Matt's the same. Like, we don't like hot food. Like,
I hate hot food. Absolutely.
The point.
No, it just doesn't do anything for me. Like that, the spice outweighs the actual flavor of the food.
Yeah. Why not have something like satay chicken?
Yeah, satay chicken bangs as well.
In it, mate. Like, what the fuck?
I've got my nice yogurt bowl here.
Oh, hello.
Nice silver bowl. I feel like this is very Tom-esque.
Yeah.
He has a nice big silver bowl. But I am accompanying this lovely 400 grams of faye, 100 grams of banana, and 250 grams of forest fruit, because I am, at this point in my bulk, prioritizing nutrients, because I got to a point where I was just eating shit the other week to get the calories in, and then I was feeling shit, and I was like, right, I need to approach this a little bit better, because I do have a meal plan, which again, some days I follow, but then some days I just don't, because I just don't. So I've gone in with the yogurt and the fruit for the micros, the fiber in the fruit again, the protein of the yogurt, and then I've just accompanied it with a squares bar and a Pop-Tart on the side.
Hello. It tastes good as well, isn't it?
Yeah, for me, like now it's just like carbohydrate wise, it's like I just need to get in what has a high gastric emptying rate. Like I need to eat that and it be like gone. Like I had 3 squares bars just as I was setting up the cable stack for my workout and digested like straight away. And I was like, that was like 500 calories.
Yeah, that's like, people always say to Matt, how do you eat 250 grams of cereal? He's like, I could eat fucking 3 bowls of it. I'm like, so
yeah, absolutely. Literally, I remember at one point I used to do, one of my meals was 400 grams of cereal.
Easy.
And yeah, it was easy. It was really, really easy. So again, it's just like choosing those carbohydrate sources where you're like, this is so easy to eat.
Yeah.
And then that way I don't leave a meal like having eaten like 10 slices of bread and been like, blah, blah.
Yeah, it doesn't digest well.
No. So picking my sources a bit more favorably now is a good option. Good option.
I saw that they do s'mores Pop-Tarts.
They do. Have you never had one?
No.
They're very tasty. Very tasty. I recommend the hot fudge sundae as well. It's very good.
Oh, that sounds good.
The cookie dough. Do you how do you like your Pop-Tarts? Do you have them fresh, cooked, or frozen?
Hot.
Oh, I have them frozen.
Do you?
Yeah, frozen's really good.
Mm. Actually, I was talking to someone the other day who has frozen grapes.
I've actually done this before because the Black Forest fruit that I have now from Aldi is they have frozen grapes in it, and they bang. Frozen grapes are so good.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
I remember this is a Carbs Cast throwback. If Joe's listening to this, he wants on Carbs Cast was like, Jazz just fucking ate all the grapes out of my Black Forest fruit bag.
I remember as well about the blueberries.
The blue.
Why did you fresh fucking blueberries?
Just buy blueberries. Yeah, I mean the grapes are the best bit of the Black Forest fruit. So
grapes bang.
Yeah, they do. And from a calorie point of view, in a mass, they're absolutely perfect.
Yeah, they're my chosen fruit, and bananas.
Oh yeah. I'm partial to a bit of melon at the moment.
So low calorie though.
This is the thing. It's definitely like a food I'd eat in a deficit.
I tell you what bangs, random combo, melon, lettuce, salt, and smoked mackerel. It bangs.
When we were at your show, me and Tom were talking, because when I'm like traveling, like driving long distances, and then I'm also standing around and, I'm in an environment like, a show where I'm like not in an uncomfortable environment, but there's a lot of things going on. I don't like to eat a ton of food because I'm just a little bit, I guess sympathetically driven, but that's just because there's a lot of people around. So all I had in the 2 meals that I was at your show was just chicken and fruit, like my allocated fruit sources. And I think Sarah was like, are you eating chicken and kiwi? I was like, yeah. I was like meat and fruit bang together.
Do you remember when Sarah and Hannah were like, are you putting salt on lettuce? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, salt on lettuce bangs.
Man.
You can't have a salad without salt. Jesus.
Oh, goodness. Now, Tilly also asked, is there a toy you had when you were a child you wish you had now, i.e. Furby?
Yeah.
I used to love the aliens that you grow.
Oh, yeah. And it's like, oh, you can make them have kids.
And the sea monkeys.
Yeah. Oh, no. Was it seahorses?
Or I can't remember if it's sea monkeys or the ones that...
I do remember those.
I
don't know if I can get a video up. Can you share a screen on Zoom? You can't you? Oh my God. For people watching this, they're going to be like, this is the best thing. So I know what it was. I had a Power Rangers Megazord where I could control the Megazord transformation voice control on my morpher. So and I definitely wish I had that now. On my morpher, you basically like hit a button and just say like transform, and it would go from, I can't find a video, go from a dinosaur into like warrior mode. So like the head comes forward and it's like, it turns into like a machine robot thing. And it was the best fucking thing ever. And I remember my dad knew how much I wanted it. And this is the prankster that he is. So we'd opened all our presents Christmas Day morning. When you're like waiting for that one present?
Yes, I remember.
And I was like getting through them and I was like really excited. And then the excitement started to dwindle as I got closer and closer. I was like, fuck, they haven't got the Megazord. And my mum was like, are you excited with your presents? I was like, yeah. Oh, I think if I get any Christmas money, I'm going to go buy this. And my dad said, come upstairs. And then I went upstairs and like, I don't know how he done it, but he like snuck the present onto my bed. And and he was like, oh, I think this is for you, George. And I was like, oh my God. Tore it open. I was like, holy shit.
Love that.
Yeah. They're quite good like that. They like to throw a few spanners in the works.
Their little boy. And then her triple question was, what is the best joke you've ever heard? I don't retain jokes.
Oh, do you not?
No.
Best. I actually pulled this one. It's so simple as well. But my mum was cooking bacon this morning, and I was like, Mum, say bacon in a Jamaican accent. No, I said say beer can in a Jamaican accent. And she was like, I don't know how to do a Jamaican accent. I was like, for fuck's sake. And I was like, beer can. And she was like, beer can. And I was like, she didn't get it. And I was like, Mum, what's in the pan? She was like, bacon. I was like, say beer can. She was like, beer can. And I was like, did you get it? She's like, no. I was like, Mum, it's bacon.
Come on, Sarah.
And she was like, oh, yes, that's so good. I was like, fuck's sake.
You've killed the joke.
I was like, I'm done talking, you know.
No offense to any of the vegans listening. We love everyone.
Yeah, we do. Hilly's a plant eater, so a veggie.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. She's because we were scouting out at the Subway at the NEC. So
yes. Oh, bear in mind when I had Subway at the NEC, they don't have a toaster machine, so it's a sub roll.
I can deal with that. Actually, the other day I went in with the Subway vouchers, and I was like, 1 foot long for $3.99. Yes, please. So I got 2, and I was like, I have 1 toasted with cheese, 1 untoasted with cheese. And I was like, now I want this much salad on this one. And I want this much salad on this one.
Yeah.
And I was like, then I want this meat in this one and this meat in this one. She was like, are these for you? I was like, yes.
I'm very specific.
Yes. That was like one of those days where I was like, I'm just going to hit my macros with a Subway.
Yeah, why not? Subways, bang. They smell so good.
Yeah, I did 2 foot longs, 2 cookies, and that was it really. And I just had one of my meals was 1.5 Subways with 2 cookies, and then when I got home I had the other Subway with some fruit. It was good.
Speaking of vegans, I spoke to Dom earlier, my client Dom. Big Dom.
It's not a vegan.
No, he was like, if I ever come across vegans, I've got a steak in my pocket and I hit them around the head with it. I was like, you can't say. He's massive on the meat eating.
Yeah, well, I mean, me too. It's like when people watch that Game Changers documentary. They're like, yeah, I might give that vegan thing. I'm like, oh gosh. I'm like, and that's no offense to anyone that is vegan, but the documentary that was shown was just extremely flawed.
Yeah, and it's
from a research
for the right reasons.
Yeah, exactly. Like when anyone's like, you know, I'm a vegan for ethical based reasons, you know, like I just don't like. I'm like, that is really cool. Like,
yeah. Do you think?
But when it's, you know, like, oh, I think I might be vegan because, you know, because of my health, I'm like, oh gosh.
Yeah, and a lot of people I found when they transitioned into like vegetarian, they suddenly eat more veg, so their body responds to that, and they're like, oh, it's because I'm not eating meat, but it's because they didn't eat veg before.
Yeah, this is it. They go from eating, say, like a McDonald's, which is, you know, meat, cheese, and bread, and then they suddenly replace that with like a salad. And it's like, well, yeah, you're probably gonna feel better.
That's why we feel better. It's not the meat.
Yeah.
So we've also got a question from Gym Fit John.
Big Gym Fit.
Why is cream with rice so good, and why doesn't Jen Pop eat it? I feel like that's almost a question for you,
mate. You actually asked this question last week.
Oh.
It's all right. I can read it, but for listeners, you know, you can check out last week's episode. It's pretty good.
Check it out.
But yeah, I guess the reason would be that I guess they've just not been exposed to it. To the public eye, cream of rice is, oh, you eating that weird thing again? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love it with a goo on top.
Yeah, it is good. Yeah, if you do like a flavored core with a goo and fruit, it's good. But then if you're doing plain rice, flour, and whey, that is also very good.
I remember I came to yours after that long journey, and you were like, what macros have you got? And I told you, like, right, we're gonna have this, this, and this. And I was like, I love you.
I was like, you're having 7 grams of peanut butter, 22 grams of rice flour, and 35 grams of whey protein.
And because you're my visitor, I would like to treat you to some nice food.
Yes, it is true. I think when you are hosting it is very nice to provide a good service to your visitors.
Yeah. I love it. I remember I had some friends stay when I lived with Kieran, and they came over and they were like, this is so nice to stay in someone's house where you're like open fridge and it's all nice food and they can just eat what they want, because I'd never want someone to come in my house and think, can't eat that.
Yeah, I'm very much the same. Like when I used to have people stay around, like after a party, I'd just be like, hey guys, like eat whatever you want. And then my mum would be like, who wants breakfast in the morning?
Fried egg sandwich, please, Sarah.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, she's like, we've got eggs, we've got bacon, we've got sausages, we've got hash browns. Yeah.
I had that when I stayed at Matt Adams. He made me like a triple egg sandwich with ketchup. I was like, you and Anita, you are the best.
You are the best. You are the best. Oh, I saw that picture of him and his son the other day. That was real cute.
His son is so cute.
Oh, that is
little Archie. Now, guess who has sent in some questions? Big something.
Fuck, I don't know.
Big Tom.
Big Joe. Oh, Big Tom has.
Yep.
No, I thought you were going to say Big Josie.
Josie is. So I've got 3 from Tom and 3 from Josie. Are people.
Let's get it.
Okay, so Big Tom asks, how big is too big? You decide the context.
Penis or body?
Or food or
I think too big would be defined as a size that causes you some discomfort or discomfort to others. So in the case of body size, you may be too big that you feel uncomfortable in your own skin. In terms of food, you may think that it's too big that it causes discomfort when consuming. And then for the sake of a penis, for those receiving or giving, the person who is receiving may find that it's too big and therefore causes them more discomfort.
Yeah. I mean,
there you go.
I do like, like when we, after my show, when we went to the Turkish.
Oh, yeah.
I love how he sits there and it's like he's a king because he's so big and he was in the middle of the table and he like consumed the whole conversation, but I just love it with him.
He was. It's like everyone just ears open.
Yeah, I just love him. He's fucking such a G.
He's also stoned as well, I imagine.
Yeah. Even better. So he also asked, is cauliflower cheese the worst use of cheddar or what? Well, actually, yeah, I don't like cauliflower cheese.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it fucking bangs.
We've got a split on the panel.
Yeah, we have. I love cauliflower. Like, if I'm going to a carvery, I'm just going like meat, veg, cauliflower, cheese. Oh.
I mean, to be fair, if I have a carvery and it's there, I would put like the cheese sauce over the roast.
Oh, so you just steal a bit of sauce?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like cauliflower. Is it the worst use of cheddar? I'd probably say no. I think there are worse things you can use cheddar for.
Like?
An example would be, I'd rather have cauliflower cheese than cheesy mash.
I'd have to say cheesy mash.
Would you?
Yeah.
There's a split on the panel again.
God, this is quite intense.
This is intense. And
then he said, what do you call a gay dinosaur?
Hang on.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah, well, I was going to say that, but then I was like, does that mean, or like, oh, I don't know, actually. Does he have an answer?
No.
Oh.
Tom, were you stoned when you sent in these questions?
I feel like he's definitely baked off his head here.
Because he's talking about how big is too big, then he's talking about food, then he's talking about gays.
Yeah. So basically, he's eating some food, sleeping with a dude, which is fine. But this is what he was doing when he sent in these questions.
he was getting some pushback.
Yeah. I'm actually I was saying, I think I said it on live with Matt the other day, I was on Twitter. And this is why sometimes I hate social media, because the amount of people who are still like homophobic, racist, and I'm like, what is like going on? Like,
just leave
them out.
Yeah,
chill out. Like, hey, I actually fun story. She won't be listening to this, but someone I went to school with, and she's actually an ex-girlfriend of mine, is actually marrying her partner, who is a girl, next year. So big up her. She isn't listening. I just thought I'd shout her out.
Throw it in there.
Yeah, throw it in there. So Tom, yeah, like, if you like dinosaurs and you're into that sort of thing, and you're clearly stoned at the time, like, you go for it, big man. It's all good.
If you could supply us with what the answer is, we can.
Yeah. It's like, Thingy walked into a bar and you're like, okay, just tell me the answer, but you don't have the answer.
You don't know the answer.
So now I'm gonna have to do some research, Tom. Thanks,
Big Tom.
Thanks, Big Tom.
And then Josie, our absolute G.
Josie, Gymnast Josie.
Yeah. Would you rather start life again at age 10, knowing everything you know now, or jump to... Wait, I've got to look at the rest of the question. Oh, wait. Or jump to... Knowing everything you know now, or jump
Or
to...
like jump to the future, I guess she means.
Ah, okay. I would never want to return to being a teenager again. So 10 would be fine, but my teenage years were hell, and I don't care what I know now. I would rather expire.
Yeah, I think I guess if you could return with them, I don't think I'd want to skip life. And then even if you were like, look, you're gonna skip to 40 and it turns out you're a billionaire, it's like, okay. But then could I return to the age of 10 with all the winning lottery ticket numbers and then be a billionaire at the age of 10? So really, I mean, the answer is I'd go back to 10 and just win a shit ton of money and drop out of school. And
if I could go to 10, skip the teenage years, and then be an adult again, I'm in.
Yeah. Can you skip back to the age? Yeah, I'd probably say, school. I guess school for me, it has its ups and downs. But like when I got to year of 10 and 11, where I sort of like came into my own, I guess I'd say it was like life is easy at school, right? Like you get home at 3 p.m. and do whatever you want. Like
watch The Simpsons and eat cereal.
Yeah, like you've got no stress. It's like, so would I go back and then have like 10 more years of zero stress to then just be 20? Like, yeah, probably.
Yeah. It's a good question.
Yeah, it was a good question.
Oh, wait, maybe this is following on.
Oh.
The age of 50 with 50 million pounds. So we pretty much covered that. Oh,
yeah, I wouldn't want to just jump 30. No, shit, 24 years.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'd rather return to 10, skip the teens, meet Matt when I'm 16.
Yeah, have legal
10.
sex.
Yeah. And then she said, if you were a cartoon character, who would you be?
Bart Simpson. Who the hell are you?
He's a fucking G, isn't he?
Yeah. I probably would be Bart Simpson. Yeah, I quite like Bart.
I want to be Cartman.
Yeah, I was gonna say Cartman, but then I realized that Cartman's like extremely racist with no friends and a massive homophobe, and I was like, I probably wouldn't want to be Cartman.
Yeah.
I mean, he's hilarious to watch, don't get me wrong, but in terms of being well liked, it's probably very low. If I was gonna be a South Park character, I'd probably be like Chef.
Oh yes.
Hello, children.
Or maybe we could be Quagmire from...
Oh yeah, I'll probably be Quagmire. Yeah, that'll do. That means you'd have to sleep with Thingy's wife.
Anyone.
Is it Cleveland? Yeah, Cleveland's wife, doesn't he? Quagmire sleeps with.
Oh God. What about the old perv in Family Guy?
Hey?
The really old perv in Family Guy.
Hey Chris, how's it going? Hey Chris, do you want to come over and look at my shelf? Yeah, the old perv that just got... Have you seen the episode where I think Chris like passes out and the old perv like runs around, picks him up over his shoulders and then runs into his own house? Oh, I stopped watching Family Guy years ago now, but that at like 10 p.m. every night was like the thing I watched.
Yeah.
I've also, off topic, got a sick viewing of The Dark Knight in 4D tonight.
Have you?
Yeah. Cineworld are like re-releasing old films in like 4D. So I'm gonna go watch The Dark Knight tonight.
Oh, sick. What time?
7:30.
Oh, nice. Taking snacks?
I probably will. Yeah, there's like a corner shop that stays at like what is it, off license, that stays open till like 11 p.m. 7 days a week, right next to it. So I always just hop in there and fill in the rest of the carbohydrates.
Oh yeah. And I don't have any more questions, but I remembered when I was in the bath the other day, random, Lactic sent in a question ages ago, and he said, if I was a baked good, what would I be? Or if I was a cake, what would I be? I was going to say profiterole because he's soft in the middle.
I would say a carrot cake because I'm soft, sweet, and I can be used on any occasion.
And there's micros present.
Yeah, true. I'm a living micro. Technically, I am a living micro, yeah.
But
yeah, I'll be a juicy slice of carrot cake because I can be deployed for any occasion.
And what would lactic be?
Oh, lactic would be like a dense chocolate brownie.
Delectable.
Yeah, he'd be like a thick brownie. Like you'd be eating it and you'd be like, oh God, this is a lot, isn't it? Like there's just so much of it.
But it's so good.
Yeah. I bet that's what his missus says about him in bed, doesn't she?
Dirty little lactic.
There's so much of him, but it's so good.
Lactic is big. When is big too big?
Yeah, lactic, the real question is, when is big too big?
Now, to round off our top 3 this week, I thought of this in the gym while on the stepper.
On the stepper.
Yeah, so clearly I have thoughts when I'm on the stepper and in the bath, in summary.
Optimal thinking.
Yeah. Top 3 childhood desserts.
Oh, Angel Delight.
Yes, that's one of mine.
Love Angel Delight. I still love it now. Do you know what? Maybe I have to deploy that soon.
Oh.
That'd be some beautiful carbohydrates.
I'll tell you one I used to always have.
Go on.
Sliced up banana in a bowl of custard.
Do you know what? I actually used to have that too, hot custard and banana. So yeah, that would probably be one of mine actually, because my nan used to make me that all the time.
So good.
Desserts. Probably. I'm trying to think what I'd like eat after dinner as a kid. Probably like a cornetto or something.
Yeah, ice creams are always a winner, aren't they?
Yeah, probably, or like a choc ice.
My mum used to go to the bakery, I've mentioned this before, and get me an apple turnover, and they just banged so much. But when I went back to them as an adult, I had one and I was like, I don't like this anymore.
Really? Not fair.
Yeah, weird. Really weird. Whereas bananas and custard, I'd eat that all day.
Oh yeah, hot banana and custard. Oh no, hot custard and banana. Oh, unbelievable, Jeff.
Unbelievable.
Boom, 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 boom.
What an episode, my G.
Yeah, that flew, didn't it? I was looking at the time then, like, fucking hell, what is the time? I hit my session earlier and I have 6 sets of costal presses, 3 being 7 to 12, 3 being 10 to 15 back off. And I forgot to do the back off. So I'm going to eat this meal, go for a walk, and then just do 3 sets of a costal.
That's what I would do. Yeah. You can't let it rest.
So literally it's going to be like a 20-minute session, but got to get that volume in. So
get the volume in.
Yeah, that'll be the plan. And then what, some dark night tonight?
Oh yeah. Well, thank you everyone if you made it this far.
Yeah, if you made it this far, whoa,
you get absolutely nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we will be at the Arnold's in 2 weeks. I'm competing. Jop's going to be there with his pom-poms and foam finger.
I will be on Sunday, bright and early.
Yeah, let us know. Bikini class starts from 9 and it is probably going to be quite rammed, and I'm competing 3 times. So
bad
there for a while, but we love to have a mingle and all the show day vibes.
Yeah, I'll probably get there at it's like a 40-minute drive for me. So probably like 8:10.
Just to be on the safe side.
Yeah. I'll get there earlier.
Good times, my G.
Rad.
So we will see everyone next week, and we will hopefully hear back from Big Lactic to see if he will be coming on the pod.
Oh, Big Lactic.
Big Lactic. And our signature sign out now is bye.
Bye, you love.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
Bye, bestie.